First up at 10, the state of growth in Colorado Springs has some Mountain Shadows neighbors squaring off with city planners tonight over proposed redevelopment on the west side, which could change the face of that neighborhood. News 5's Spencer Humphrey joins us live near Garden of the Gods and 30th with more on what's at stake here. Spencer?
Well, Rob, developers are hoping the city will grant their rezoning request, which could allow them to build hundreds of apartments and possibly commercial buildings and homes on some unused land surrounding this building here at Garden of the Gods and 30th. But nearby neighbors say they feel the city and the developers are being less than transparent.
It's out of place. It's clearly out of place.
For neighbors in Mountain Shadows,
I've been here since 1998.
Something about a proposed zoning change in their neighborhood just doesn't sit right. The city received a proposal to rezone a piece of land that's currently home to a large office building at Garden of the Gods and 30th.
And what they're requesting is to change the zone to office commercial, which provides allowances for uses like offices, restaurants, residential uses.
Really the only area we're looking at for redevelopment right now is this location, with the potential for up to 250 apartments.
At a virtual planning meeting the city held Wednesday night, neighbors had plenty to say.
Quit trying to play games with us here in Mountain Shadows.
City planning has completely failed every resident of Mountain Shadows.
The city needs to represent the residents and not developers.
This is poorly planned, it's not thought out, and it's sloppy math.
Many upset the only people notified about the zoning change request were those living within 1,000 feet of the property. They're worried it could affect their property values.
This is a master plan change. All participants in Mountain Shadows needs to be included in this discussion.
Another issue being addressed, traffic.
The percent increase from the at least the multifamily portion of the development would be minimal.
The city says that's based off a traffic study conducted earlier this year during the stay-at-home order. But neighbors say those numbers may be off, and it's an issue of public safety.
We are not going to be able to get people out of here in time if we have a fire like what happened in 2012.
This community's been scarred once with a fire. We don't need any more scars right now.
Now, the city and developers say they hear what neighbors are saying and want to reiterate there's nothing set in stone yet, and they say that they'll be sure to give residents more opportunities for feedback. Now, one thing to note, tomorrow at 2:30 at Mountain Shadows Park, the Mountain Shadows Neighborhood Association will be holding a press briefing to discuss this issue. Always watching out for you, Colorado Springs. Spencer Humphrey, News 5.